a Hudson brand. This is so cool.
Let me get this Alexa on here with some lights.
And you could rent this place out, right, Bernie?
Yeah, we do. We have parties in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just had a birthday party here, and I got another one coming up. So I don't want to take all the tables down and
Yeah, it makes sense.
carrying on,
It's a
but
cool
we
place.
do car clubs, and they have the meetings.
Got the music going
got
on?
the music, got it all. Yeah.
That's awesome. Now, is that the original Hudson logo? Is that...
Yes, this is the Hudson logo. These doors are the original doors that were there.
Okay.
We did more security, in here.
All right. So what do you know, how much do you know about the logo itself? Like what these symbols represented? And this almost looks like the Pontiac symbol, really.
Yeah, well, it's similar, yeah. I'm not too keen on this.
Yeah.
I'm more the mechanicals.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They look like boats and castles.
Yeah.
Right. So there was really no history to that, just kind of like...
Well, there is, but I'm not up on that.
You're not up on that? Yeah, I'm curious. Maybe I'll look that up on Wikipedia and see if I can learn a little bit about that. Wow, the lights, they came up pretty quick. Wow, look at this collection.
Yeah, it takes a while to come up. We start in 1909.
1909?
First year of the Hudson.
So tell me a little bit about like the history of the Hudson. Like it starts in 1909. Was that the first manufactured car?
Starts in 1909, and it went up to the Hudson name itself went up to 57. The Hudson Company went out in 1954. Nash took over.
Oh, Nash took over.
Nash took over, and continued to name 55, 6, and 7. The Hudson. We have those examples across the street.
Across the street. So what was special about, now this came out at the same time as what other manufacturers? I mean, it was like kind of, what were the other brands at the time?
Well, Ford, Chevy.
Ford, Chevy, typical.
Yeah.
I mean, Studebaker wasn't quite.
Studebaker was involved there. Studebaker, Nash. You had, as you can see, across these signs here.
Maxwell is something I've never heard of before. I mean, were
Maxwell,
they short term?
Yeah, now turned into Chrysler.
Oh, Maxwell's Chrysler.
Chrysler
Okay,
now,
makes
yes.
sense. Cool. So this is the very first one?
That's very first Hudson, 1909.
Now, in terms of, like the creature comforts and stuff like that, the lighting, the way the engine's set up, I mean, how did it compare with some of the other cars?
Well, the lighting is kerosene acetylene lights.
Okay.
You have to light these.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It has a magneto, so there's no starter on this car. You crank it to start it.
Crank it in the front.
Complete with the mother-in-law seat in the back.
The mother-in-law seat, look. Oh, I love that.
It runs and drives.
Yeah. Now, do you take this out every now and then? Like, would you start them up like once a month, or?
Yeah, we're starting them up just now. Across the street, I've started all those up.
Okay.
Now we're coming in here to start
them
these up. Yeah, we run them.
I would think, like, especially a car this age, you got to get
Don't
them
take them out so much because there's a lot to move to get these cars out.
True.
And every time you take a car out, park it out front, you got an entourage of people stopping.
Now, are these hard to start, or are they pretty simple?
Well,
I mean, I know it's got that crank.
Well, you don't crank the car.
Uh-huh.
You catch a compression end of the car, and you just tug it.
Pull it up just enough to get the compression going.
And complete with a choke here. The choke's outside there, so you can do it.
Here. Yeah, cool. Was there any adjustability in that, or?
Yeah, and in the center of the steering wheel, You have your spark advance and your throttle.
So very similar to the Ford Model A, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
it had
yeah,
kind of
sure.
like similar setup. So these are hard tires.
No, they're
No, they're pneumatic?
pneumatic
Wow.
tires. Here's your valve stem in here.
The valve stem.
They're tubed, tube tires.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. Now, would this have been a typical color for that year?
The color is close. It's been repainted.
It's been repainted.
Of course, the frame's not the original color, but it's been repainted, yes.
Frame would typically be what color?
Black, yes.
Okay. So then moving on, I mean...
1915 touring car.
Okay. Now that's nice looking. That's really nice.
Yes.
It's so classy looking. It's got the spares here. Would this have been a typical for...
Yeah, well, in this era, they're in competition with the horse and buggy.
Makes sense, yeah. Right.
So the horses are throwing shoes and nails and... Not that I lived that era, but I could imagine they were changing flats all the time. That's why they had...
The roads weren't quite as nice as they are today.
Yeah.
I'm assuming all the gauges and everything work, that everything is kind of functional.
Yeah, we get them functional, yeah.
Nice.
Then we have the 16.
This is the 16.
And then the 17. And then the 18.
16, 17, and 18. So not like major drastic changes to the design.
No, a little bit in the hood and,
Okay. Improvements to the engine characteristics, like really.
Right.
Wow. Yeah, the radiator changed a little bit here, right? This is a little bit more streamlined.
Sure. Well, this has the louvers in it. Yeah. These are open from the inside.
Okay,
has a lever that open and close these louvers.
So what was it? So like the Hudson brand itself. I mean, the history of the brand. I want to kind of learn a little bit more about that. So who started the Hudson brand?
Well,
Davey wants
it was a Hudson department store.
Hudson department store. So it actually
involved.
started.
And Roy Chapin was involved. He was the first president of Hudson.
Okay. And how did he get from the department store business to...
Well, he
automotive?
wasn't in the department store business. He was, the department store was sort of the backer.
Okay.
Of the Hudson,
okay.
yes.
So the financial backing.
Sure.
Okay. And where was that store? Was that New York?
I believe it was in Michigan.
Michigan?
Yep.
Okay.
Hudson, Detroit, Michigan.
Detroit,
is where they
Michigan.
would
There you go.
yeah.
So he just basically, he knew what his competition was, and he needed to make a vehicle that was
Sure.
competitive. Obviously, the quality was there,
Yeah, it was a upscale car. You had to have a little bit of money to have a Hudson.
Yeah, for sure.
Even at the prices back then, for $700-800, you can.
So
have
was
a
it
Hudson.
considered? It was considered a higher level vehicle
Yes,
compared to like the
yes.
Fords and the Chevys.
Sure.
Okay. That's really neat. Now, what are these?
This is
This is a beautiful car.
This is an Essex Terraplane, 1933, when Essex started turning into a Terraplane, a transition, 32 and 33. This happens to be a 6-cylinder. I have an 8-cylinder across the street,
Okay.
but this is a 6-cylinder car. John Dillinger's favorite car. They like to grill on this car. They like to street rod these cars for some reason.
I can imagine.
but,
It's got that styling,
yeah,
I can see how you can modify
right,
this.
Very,
and
very stylish car.
It's really beautiful looking. I mean, the color combination is really nice too. Would that have been original?
No, that's not original.
That's not original.
Not
Okay.
original. That color's got to grow on you.
Yeah, I like it. I think it's just unique. It's different. Now, does Dr. Robert Blake, he owns all of these vehicles?
Owns all of them. Yeah.
Wow. So he was a lover of vehicles for years,
Oh, yeah,
obviously.
still
and he
is,
just
still
is. Is he collecting any modern cars, or is it all he tries to stay in this
In
time
the
frame?
Hudson, we have a few Mopars, but he's in love with the Hudsons. very knowledgeable about the Hudsons.
So for some reason, he just was really attracted to that vehicle and just kind of
Sure.
collected them, found them, collect them. And he's got, this is the largest collection of Hudson vehicles?
Hudsons, yes.
In
Largest
the country, or?
Yeah.
Wow. It's amazing. Good for him. And I'm assuming he comes out here every now and then and just enjoys it. And
He's in town now. He's in town now,
Cool.
yeah.
Excellent. And what do we have here?
26 limo.
26 limo. Wow.
Only one left in the world. They built 3 limousines that year. The only survivor.
Jeez. Now, did they keep the 6-cylinder engine in all these cars, or is this a 6-cylinder?
Yeah, that's a 6-cylinder. For the
Okay.
most part, yeah, 6-cylinder.
So again, it was all about taking the existing engine and improving on that design rather than changing it drastically, right?
Right, yeah.
And that's a 26, you said.
1926.
And the only limo, Hudson limo in existence.
Right.
That's incredible. That's so cool. So when Dr. Blake comes out and stuff and he goes through his collection, is there one particular model that he goes to all the time, or does he just baby them all?
No, we like them all.
Yeah.
Keep them all the same attention, you know. And
It's like a father and his kids, you know. He doesn't have a favorite, you know. He just
Well, the favorite's always the next one, you know.
yeah. And then what years are these?
This is a 1924.
24.
It's
black
actually
one?
it's black and blue. This car, actually a Pebble Beach winner in a day.
Wow. Now there's something unique about these cars that I'm kind of like seeing now, and I don't know if maybe I'm just kind of like the frame, the way the frame is structured is different than your typical Ford or Chevy. I mean, it almost looks like a unibody type, you know.
Well, they were all this way, you know, and back in the day, the options on these cars were different than they are today. I mean,
Okay.
a bumper was an option.
That was an option.
Yeah, that was an option.
Do you want to be safe?
Yeah,
It's an
right,
extra
yeah.
$500.
Yeah, well,
But like I'm just looking at even like the tubular frame technology, you know. Like,
Yeah.
I think that's ahead of its
Yeah.
time. You know, you don't see
well,
too
it's
many
really not
vehicles.
tubular. It's
It's almost kind of mimicking
like a
it, though.
shroud covering up the framework.
Right. But that's also going to give you structural integrity. I would
A
think.
little bit, yeah. Well, you hit something with these cars, you're going to hit something. You
Oh
know?
yeah. It's going to hurt. And it might hurt the other guy more.
Sure.
This is a beautiful blue. You can't, I mean, the whole front end of it's black, but then this is blue and through here.
Yeah.
Wow, and look at the wheels, Dave. I mean, the wheels
Solid
are
dish wheels.
solid. So you're going to get like better aerodynamics, you know,
Yeah.
it's very strong. You don't see many cars like that. I mean, I honestly, you would see that probably more in a truck than in
Yeah.
a car. Well, these are beautiful.
It's a 1920 Doctor's Coupe,
This is a 20s Doctor's Coupe. Wow.
complete with the bells and sirens and whistles, and
Are they functioning?
they're functional, yes.
Yeah. Oh, that's excellent. This is beautiful. Look at the awning. I mean, I love these. They're so classy. They really are, Bernie. I
Yes.
mean, they're just like so good looking. Tell me about that pickup. I mean, like, what is that?
That's one of their newer acquisitions. It's a 1941 Hudson pickup.
Okay.
They were popular in 46 and 47. They built a few of them, you know, in 41, 42. You know, that's when the war started to taking the medal for the war efforts.
Okay.
You know, so
It was in that time frame,
Yeah.
yeah. Now, were they always built this low, or was this low?
well, this has smaller tires on it.
Easy to get in and out, that's for sure.
It's easy to get in and out, yeah.
So many curves, and I mean, this just everything about it. Look at all these. It must have been so difficult to manufacture this.
Yeah, this is a nice truck.
That is
very
nice.
nice truck.
I mean,
and that's a 41 Woodie next to it.
41 Woodie.
Actually belonged to Agnes Moorhead back in the day.
That's awesome.
6 of those left in existence.
6 of these?
Yes.
Jeez. Now, did these also have 6-cylinder engines? Or?
6 cylinders, yeah.
So
they
really
called them a Super 6.
Super 6.
Yeah.
Okay. So a little bit
This
more
is
horsepower.
modified a little bit now, so this has this one has a 350 in it. It was an everyday driver for the fellow that we bought it from.
Okay.
And he drove this truck just about every day.
Now these cars, they were all purchased from people all throughout the United States?
Yes.
Or, yeah?
Yes. Yeah.
Were any of them international or?
Well, some originated internationally, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you get people to come out here and offer you to purchase these vehicles, no?
Oh, yeah.
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 Are any of them for sale?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, did you bring your checkbook?
I do have a checkbook,
Okay.
but I don't know if the balance will take. So these are also, you see, this is pretty cool. This is what was this? This is a delivery?
This is a 1927 Hudson huckster truck.
Huckster truck.
This originated as a house car,
Really?
a motorhome.
Okay. So that was the motor home back there. So
Yeah, well, it was a little higher.
Yeah.
The body came out in mid fenders in the back.
Okay.
Consisted of 2 woven bunks on either side and a horsehair icebox in the middle.
In the middle.
And then a generator off the motor to work the light in the back.
Cool. Now I noticed that the emblems up front, they
Hood ornaments.
The hood ornaments, they had like the wings on them.
Yeah.
On
They're all different,
They're
yeah.
all a little different. He kind of changed it over the years. Okay. Like that doesn't have any. This has got the woman up front. So he wasn't really loyal to any one in particular. Just kind of changed it throughout the years.
Sure.
Cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a 1927 Roadster.
Roadster. A little sportier, right?
Right-hand drive. This car originated in Argentina,
Oh, wow.
complete with the golf club door on the side.
Dave,
Steps
check
to
this
get in
out.
the rumble seat.
This is a little compartment for your golf clubs and all that kind of stuff, and a step for your mother-in-law to put out. Now I see a lot of wood components.
A lot of wood. The body is all wood covered with metal. If you can look in the back here, you'll see it's all constructed with wood.
So it's all wood. Wow,
In 1927, yes.
it's amazing. So it's sandwiched. Is it like metal, wood, metal,
Yeah,
basically?
yeah. Well, the frame is metal. It's not a wooden frame.
Right, but the body panels.
Yeah.
And that was typical in that era, right?
Sure.
I mean, all the the Model A was set up like that, right?
Yeah.
Was it a balsa wood or?
No, hardwood.
No, hardwood.
Hardwood.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at this warehouse. Now, did he have? What was this warehouse originally?
This was a Maxwell dealership.
This was a Maxwell dealership. Okay.
Yeah.
And then one across the street was a
Ford
dealership. Wow. And this is a Hudson right here.
This is a Hudson built 1953 and 54 only. They built the Hudson Jet,
Yeah.
Super Jet, and the Jetliner. This happens to be a Super Jet. The economy car of the Hudson.
This is the economy car. Wow. I mean, it really had a lot of flavor. Like the shape and it. Everything's really
Fun car
sharp.
to drive.
Yeah.
These are fun little cars to drive.
And they all had plenty of power, right?
Oh, yeah.
Plenty of torque,
Yeah.
plenty of power. What a collection.
Then we have the Terraplanes.
Wow, this is a nice looking car. Wow.
1936 Terraplane, 1936 Hudson 8.
Wow. These are very rare, I would think.
Well, the Terraplanes are out there. They're a classy looking car, especially,
Definitely.
you know, in the 30s. You know, the big bubble fenders.
Yeah, they started rounding everything off, you know, make it more aerodynamic. This one still has the old New York State inspection sticker. This is a great design. I love this style.
Well, this is a business coupe here. There's no back seat in the car.
No. Just some storage. Look at the gauge. It's just so beautiful looking. And they centered it, right? They put it in the middle there.
Yeah.
It's really nice. Split window. Can we see the engine on one of these?
Sure.
Awesome.
Let's go over here to 37.
Okay. So Bernie, how long have you worked here?
20 years.
20 years?
But I've been saying that for 5 years.
Wow. So who exactly, I mean, did he manufacture his own engines or did he have any assistance?
Yeah,
from
Hudson manufactured
their own
engines,
design and
yeah.
manufacture them. So what did you feel was the demise of Hudson? I mean, like what prevented them from like lasting as long as Chevy and Ford and those other brands?
Well, they were in competition with Studebaker,
Studebaker?
Packard, you know, and
So they were getting a little bit more of the market?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. The Hudson just went down. They say the Hudson Jet took them down, but
That's hard to believe because that's their economy
yeah,
car,
they
right?
only built that car in 2 years,
Okay.
53 and 54.
I almost like, I mean, I don't know enough about it, but would you say that, you know, maybe their quality was like, they put so much effort into their quality
Yeah,
that
yeah.
it takes more money, more effort to
Sure.
build that quality car, where the other ones weren't really putting that much effort
Well,
into
if you
it.
look at the newer models of the Hudsons, we'll see them in a little bit, but they took a lot of chrome on it. They put a lot of chrome on the
Okay.
55, 6, and 7.
Right.
56 and 7 more so than the 55, but they tried to load them up, try to saving the company. Mm-hmm. But a lot of chrome in them.
Wow. And obviously that costs money, right?
Costs
I mean, that's
money.
just gonna, I mean, look at all that. These are really nice. These almost look European looking. They really do.
This is a 1952 Hudson Hornet convertible,
Hudson
of course, and that one's a 1952 Wasp. It's a shorter wheelbase car.
Wow. That's a nice looking car. It really is. It looks fast. It really looks like a quick car.
Has some get up and go to it.
Were these modified in their day, or?
Well, they used the Hudson in the early 50s
Okay.
in the NASCAR program,
Okay.
and they dominated NASCAR in the 50s. Mario Andretti actually started with a Hudson.
Oh, he did?
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
1948.
And he was successful with it.
Apparently.
I see some trophies in this one.
Oh, yeah, there's trophies around.
A lot of placards, a lot of car shows.
Oh, yeah.
What's the big car show out in this area?
Hershey.
Hershey?
Hershey's pretty big.
Okay.
Yeah, well, it's the biggest in the world.
Yeah.
So, and then we have McCungy.
McCungy I've heard of, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. I think I went out to one of those. That's a pretty big one. That's out in the field, I remember, right? There's like a big, huge park.
Yeah. It's a 35 Hudson 8, 37 Hudson 8.
Wow, that is a beautiful color. That's got to be repainted.
Yeah, it's not original
not
color.
Original color.
It is a nice color for that car.
That is nice. Now, does Mr. Blake, does he like tinker with them, or is he kind of like into the mechanics, or?
He used to be.
Yeah.
Pretty much until he found me, I guess. But they're very knowledgeable about the Hudson.
Mm-hmm. That's really neat. You know, he found a model that he really liked, and he just kind of just, you know, really dove into it.
Stuck to it, yes.
My problem is I enjoy every single model, and I really haven't had a chance to kind of dive into one specific model myself. You know, like I can't really connect with one in particular.
I like the styling of the 30s. It's really...
I like it too, for sure. Now this is a Hudson 8. So are these 8 cylinders?
This is an 8, and both of them are 8s.
Okay. So did they take the 6-cylinder and just kind of just add another two cylinders to it, so it's inline? Is it inline 8?
Inline 8.
Cool. Yeah, it's long hood. I mean, like rough horsepower range. I mean, what are we talking? Is it in like the 100s? Like 150,
80, 90, 100.
Yeah, so like in that ballpark. It's amazing. So you help with all the maintenance and everything too?
Oh, yeah.
The maintenance for everything, yeah. Who does all the detailing? Because I can imagine in here, you know, even in a beautiful facility like this.
Well, it gets dusty more than anything. But, we keep them wiped down, and I mean,
so he's
really easily work 8 days a week here.
Oh, yeah. Just keep going. Keep moving. Keep cleaning, changing new oil every now and then, right?
Yeah.
Now, I see like little knickknacks every now and then. So did he collect like, I mean, it's like a boat motor right here, right?
Yeah. There's a few boat motors.
Is he looking to expand the museum, or?
We might have to.
Yeah, it's like
we
kind
might
of like
have to because we're getting more and more cars.
More cars. So you got a little room to expand, maybe?
We've been talking about it. Not seriously yet, but we're talking about it.
Nice. How many vehicles does he own, like in general, like
on
average?
I'm
sure it fluctuates.
I don't want to lie to you, but it's many.
Yeah.
Many.
And you said people can rent out this area for like company events and stuff like that?
Absolutely.
That's nice. And there's another museum across the street, you said?
Well, it's the Overflow Museum, Workshop.
Yeah.
You know, this is,
awesome.
But we can go over there and look at that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'd like to check that out. Pieces too, or?
All down this side here, up to the other building down there, and this farm back here.
Wow. Wow. This does definitely look like a dealership.
Yeah, this showroom was added on in the 50s.
50s?
This was just the brick part.
This was the original.
Original.
Oh, wow. That's sharp looking. Now this looks like a sports car.
That's the sports car of his day.
The
1927 Essex boat tail speedabout.
Wow. That is nice. And that's for sale?
No. Well, everything's for sale.
Yeah, everything has a price.
Everything has a price, yes.
This is nice. Now, how many of these were made?
Not very many of them. They're very, very collectible.
I can imagine. I mean, just this design alone, coming in to a peak in the back, is just beautiful.
They call it the boat tail.
Essex Super 6. What a nice color, too. Did they typically, Bernie, match the some of the paint trim on the wheels with the body panels? Or
Yeah, but later on, if you had a red car, they'd put yellow wheels on it.
Oh, okay.
Or,
to spruce it up a little bit.
Sure.
Nice. This is beautiful. I mean, just rough estimate of just curiosity. What would this be worth at this point?
Well, the cars are only worth what somebody's willing to pay for them,
If you were to auction something like this off? I wouldn't hold it
at a good auction, probably 80, 90,000.
I believe it. And I think it's worth every penny. I mean, it's just a beautiful car. The tan top, that just sets it off. So Essex was the other brand, right? In that time frame.
Hudson Essex Terraplane.
11. Wow.
3-door, right-hand drive. It's a 3-door because your stick shift and emergency brake is on the outside of this car.
Okay. Yep, makes sense. That's cute. Cool. Then we have a couple extra ones in here. Some sedans.
This is a nice Essex Terraplane 33 again. This is the 8-cylinder model.
This is the 8-cylinder. And again, they changed the emblem up front.
The Griffin, yeah. Those are very collectible.
Yeah. This is a beautiful car.
Then we have a 34 Hudson 8 Roadster, rumble seat Roadster.
Now, I noticed these on another car. I don't remember which one, but anyway. So, were you able to open these up
individually?
Individually.
Yes.
Just to let some heat from the engine compartment out?
Correct. So, this one here only has 4 of them on,
Okay. But you'd have to manually open them up, obviously.
Sure, yeah. And then we have, this is 37 Railton.
Wow.
British-built car. They used the Hudson frame and chassis, put a British body on it. They call it the Railton. They built from 1933 to 39.
Okay.
This happens to be a 37. It's a right-hand drive car.
Railton.
Aluminum body.
Aluminum body.
Aluminum body on this car.
Jeez. Do they sell many of these? Probably.
No, they're very collectible here to the Hudson.
Yeah. That's really nice. It looks like it was really well built. Like they engineered this
Yes.
really well.
Yeah. And being a right-hand drive car, it's actually comfortable.
Yeah. It looks comfortable for sure. It looks very luxurious for its time.
Yeah.
And they used the Hudson engine though, right?
Yes.
So it was just a body style that they kind of from
The
from
body,
England.
yes.
Well, it makes sense, I mean, to have that relationship with between the U.S. and England, and partner. What type of fuel did these cars use? Did they all use just regular fuel?
Regular leaded fuel.
Leaded fuel.
You had to have the lead in it to lubricate.
Lubricate the pistons, right?
Yeah, the engine valves and.
Is it difficult to find that fuel today, or?
You can find it if you're a collector, as we are. We know where it's
You
at.
source it?
The ethanol is just eating up all the rubber and gaskets, and
Yeah.
it's a problem.
For sure. Especially if you store them, right?
And if we do use unleaded fuel, we add a lead to it.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, we put lead in it.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is a 1954.
That's awesome.
This is the last year of the true Hudson.
This is the last?
Yes.
Well, they went out with a bang. This thing is beautiful.
And, yeah, well, it's for sale.
This is for sale?
Yes, it could be for sale.
Wow. It looks so well maintained. I mean, this thing is perfect.
Oh, yeah, it's nice. Yeah, it has the twin H308 motor in it.
The dashboard looks incredible. Everything looks beautiful. I mean, the chrome, everything looks great. I mean, typical age, right? Typical aging.
Yeah, but this is a very good example of the 54.
For sure. Can we see the engine on this one?
Sure. Every one of these is different. Every one is different.
Wow. So dual carburetor, flat top, 3, 4, 5, 6 cylinder.
6-cylinder. This is what they raced with. This 308 motor.
This is it?
Yeah, they bored and stroked it a little bit and worked it a little bit, but this is the motor they raced with.
Wow. And how much horsepower does this have?
Yeah.
I mean, are you getting closer to the
Yeah.
mid hundreds or?
Yeah, well, it's a 308, so you're
Getting
mid
close,
hundreds,
right?
a little.
Yeah, this definitely is nice. Now, being that this is the last
60,000, you could probably buy this car.
60?
It's a fair price for this car.
It is very fair, for sure. So is he actively looking to sell this one in particular, or?
Well, I got a few for sale, it's just.
But this one, you could walk out here. I could walk out here, if I gave you 60 grand today, I could walk out with this one.
I would say so, yeah.
Nice car. Nice car. Top work, everything is functioning
top
well?
works, yep. Top works, power windows.
Are there any little unique nuances about these cars that people should know about? I mean, let's say this one, for this one, the engine's solid.
Yeah.
That's a good engine. Obviously you have to maintain it and do all the normal stuff, but that's a solid engine, bulletproof. Body panels look really good.
Yeah.
Was there anything kind of unique about this one that, other than it being the last of that era?
Yeah, well, the convertible, and you know what they say: when the top goes down, the price goes up.
Is it hard to buy parts for this car? Or?
Well, not really. If you're in the circle of Hudson's, you know where to go.
You know where to
talk
go. Okay.
If we want body parts, you talk to this guy. If you want motor parts, you talk to that guy. Transmission parts, you talk to somebody else.
Right. And you have all those contacts. So, if someone were to purchase this, they can come back to you for advice.
Yeah, we have a lot of stuff here ourselves.
Awesome.
But.
And you could service them too here.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
We have enough to service
That'd
what
be
we have.
excellent,
Yeah.
Wow, that's really nice.
But most of the collectors or people that have these cars are into them, and they can service them themselves,
Yeah. I don't know why, but this car kind of makes me feel like it could have been a cop car. You know?
Yeah.
You know, it just has that like size, that the power. But yeah, it's just a nice looking car. And for 60 grand, it could be yours.
Sure. Yeah.
Nice. So you got some others you see, said.
Yeah, I got a few more in the back here that we're going to see. I have some. I have a lot of other cars in storage in the barns and stuff. We switch out here and there.
Yeah. Does he advertise any of the vehicles that he would like to sell, or
Yeah,
no?
yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
This is a '49 Commodore 6. Now this one's for sale.
This is for sale.
Yep, 23,000 to buy this car.
23 grand?
23 grand to buy this car.
23 grand. That's. I mean, you can't buy a brand new car for 23 grand.
Runs and everything?
Oh yeah, yeah. I'd go over it a little bit, but it's you know, because it's a museum. We have it in a museum. We don't run them every day, so I'd go over a little bit. The interior is very presentable in this car. Dashboard's real nice. It's got 2 glove boxes in it.
2 glove boxes?
One on either side.
Nice.
It's like sitting in a sofa with a steering wheel in your hand.
This is someone's living room.
Yeah.
And what year is this again?
49.
49. If you were to buy this car right now, what would be the first thing you'd want to do? Like, what would you change about it? Or
I wouldn't change too much. It's
No.
a pretty,
I mean, the body looks great.
yeah.
Little polishing here and there.
That's all you need. See, the paint on this needs a little compound. We were just talking about that yesterday. I'm
It
gonna
wouldn't take much.
hand glaze that, and then it'll come out like this car here.
Exactly. Yeah, that's great.
That's a 1952 Super Wasp.
Look at that. I love these visors. They really
Yeah.
kind of like, they just make it look so cool. This is the Super Wasp, huh?
I have this. This here's a '49 Commodore, also convertible. It's more of an original car. I have 2 of these. 2 other ones.
2
not
of
this
these.
one.
2 more?
We got 3 of these.
3 total.
I have 2 for sale. I have one here. Very nice car. That's it right there.
Wow.
That's at the Philadelphia Auto Show.
That's at the auto show right now?
No, that was at the auto
It was.
show. It's convertible top. The convertible top is the color of the upholstery.
Oh, that's incredible.
I have this out on offered now for 110.
110?
And I have a gold one, convertible, with a 308 twin H motor in it for 60,000.
60,000. So that's kind of the going rate for the
Yeah, well,
the H
it's
power.
up and down. Yeah.
yeah. It fluctuates a little bit.
This is a '55 Hornet built by Nash. That's a '56 Hornet, and that's a '57 behind.
This has got like it's a wide body.
Yeah,
Right? I mean,
very
it's
comfortable
Very
car.
comfortable, right?
They built these cars, the seats fold down into beds. They made screens for the windows.
Now this says Hollywood on it.
Yeah, it's a Hollywood Hornet.
That is nice. That's got to be worth a pretty penny.
Yes.
That's nice. Look at this detail, Dave. The hood, the air intake. I mean, it's just amazing.
Getting up in miles, it's got 596 miles on it.
596 miles? Wow. Where did he find this one?
Actually, this is one of his first ones he bought.
Yeah.
New England states,
New England?
I believe.
Does that increase the value a lot with such a low miles?
Well, the miles are because it was redone many years ago.
This is like the color combination. I mean, it's just beautiful. This is really unbelievable. Well, they badged it air conditioned.
Oh yeah, it has a Kelvinator air conditioning in it.
Yeah.
327 AMC motor in this car.
Wow. That's got the fins on it.
Fins. If you look at the 55, has no fins. Pretty much the same body, no fins. The 56, they put them little sconces on. And then 57, they went with the fins.
This is where it was really popular. The 57 Chevys, right?
Yeah,
The
yeah,
Hornet, all
exactly.
that. This is kind of like they went all out. That's for sure. I don't know if it would fit in my garage though.
It's a very big car.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
And
big.
with this Continental
It's wide, long.
adds another 1.5 foot on.
I'm just kind of like blown away at the fact that this was a Ford dealership and this was the actual shop.
This
The
was the
dealership.
shop they worked in it. Yeah. We
awesome.
did some work to it, of course, you know.
Yeah. It's nice. I mean, the building itself becomes, the part of the museum. This is the museum too,
Yeah.
It's awesome. Is there an office upstairs?
No, they added restrooms. When they took the outhouses away, they added the restrooms upstairs.
When they took the outhouses away. I mean, think about that. Some more Essex here. Now this really, oh geez, this looks exactly like a Ford Model A, right?
Well,
I mean,
similar, yeah.
It's similar in design.
You put them side by side,
body panels.
yeah.
What year is this?
1929.
29. Yeah, very similar.
Car.
So you may have mentioned this before. So the relationship between Hudson and Essex.
Same
so like,
family.
Same
Hudson,
family.
Essex, Terraplane. Ford, Lincoln, Mercury, Hudson, Essex, Terraplane.
Okay, so it was the different levels, basically.
Right,
So
sure.
Essex was their lower level?
Terraplane.
Terraplane was the lowest.
Essex was second.
And then Hudson.
Hudson,
Okay. Like tractors?
Those are all the automotive manufacturers took part in the war efforts, and those were in the landing craft.
Landing crafts?
In World War II, they were the boats that beached themselves, and those are the motors for them.
Wow.
6-cylinder gas, twin ignition.
How much that went into that? Really powerful engines.
Yeah, they're 2,500 pounds as they sit each. And of course, this is a 308 motor, Hudson motor,
Crate.
brand new in a crate. Never been out of the crate.
This has never been out of the crate, Dave.
Got the caps on the carburetors.
Amazing.
Complete motor.
Where did they find this one?
I found this in North Carolina.
I'm assuming even though it's been sitting like this, if you had to, you'd have to kind of break it apart and rebuild it again, change gaskets.
I don't think you'd have to rebuild it. You'd have to, work on it a little bit. But,
Yeah, a little TLC before you run it. Wow. The original belt on there and everything?
Oh, yeah.
Jeez. That's so cool that they found a crated engine. Saratoga Motor Auctions. Did this sell?
Yeah, sold to us.
Sold to you.
Yes. We actually went to Saratoga, New York,
Yeah.
to buy this car,
Nice.
and then bought this too.
And you bought this one also? This one's in great shape. Holy cow.
It's a 1954.
Yeah.
Hudson built these Metropolitans for Nash also.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you remember the Nash Metropolitan, you always see them in two-tone, red and white, blue and white, turquoise and white, black and white,
Yeah.
It was always a two-tone car.
Okay. This is a beautiful car. I mean, obviously this has been repainted.
Yes.
I mean, re-chromed, repainted. The wheels even look like they were restored.
Yeah, we've done some stuff to it since we've got it already.
Yeah. You've had it for a little while.
No, just bought it a few months ago.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's great. This looks like a fun car, though.
Yeah.
For sure. Take it out on a nice weekend, Go
Well,
out
these
and
are
enjoy
the
it.
Metropolitans are like, these Miatas,
Yeah.
Well, they have the Miata clubs, they have the Metropolitan clubs. And the Metropolitan, I always joke around. I says, these things are like ants, because when you see one of them, you see 100.
You're going to see a lot of them, right? There's clubs and stuff for them.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
for sure. It's got a big following. I mean, you see these every now and then. Like, I'll see I'll see like one of these at a car show, and, I'll walk to it and I'll talk to the owner about it, but, they just look like a fun car. They really do.
Yeah, very basic.
Top looks brand new.
Yeah, the top is redone on that.
Wow. I don't live far, and I'm surprised this is the first time I really kind of found you guys, I mean, I found you online, and I did a quick search for auto museums in the area, and this one popped up. It was one of the closest ones. And Mascaro's was a brand new one that was there, and a couple other ones. But yeah, I just never came here before, and I was so intrigued by the Hudson brand, because I knew nothing about it, really. I did a little research before I came, but that's why I really wanted to talk to you about it and kind of learn more. But I'm really impressed.
Well, yeah, I didn't know much about the Hudson brand either. When I came here, I was restoring all the buildings.
Oh, okay.
And then a car would come, and the owner was at the time an absentee owner, and a car would come in and you start this thing, But I learned quick.
Yeah. So you're the one that restored the buildings.
Yeah, I did all the buildings and stuff.
Cool.
For the most part,
Nice.
We've had a few people here and there, and
Are you a carpenter by trade, or a mason, or no?
no, I do it all though. Yes, yes.
Cool. Nice. Working on the rear end. Cool. That's really neat, seeing the mechanics there. Mobile oil. It doesn't matter how old the picture is, there's always a mobile
There's always something
sign
yeah,
or
yeah,
something,
yeah.
They're everywhere.
Well, to collect some of this stuff here, the signage is, even like this oil
The oil
dispensers,
can, yeah. They'd be worth something now.
Yeah.
Very neat.
Signage is very collectible today, too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got some here, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Really nice. Have you had any special visitors here at all? I mean, like any famous people that may have stopped by? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Jayleno ever come by here?
Jayleno's been here.
Yeah.
Paul Tuttle's been here. Orange County Choppers.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Nicola Bulgari's been here.
Who?
Nicola Bulgari, the Italian jeweler's been here. Has a very
Wow.
large collection of cars
Yeah.
also, yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I can imagine. This is really neat. They were
Nice area to have a collection too. It's a very
it's easy to get to. It's not too far from New York, I mean, you can come out here and spend a good quality time. So, and to get the appointment, I know for me it was just a call to you.
Yes.
The number that's on the website, and I'll share that information down below in the description box. But you call, make an appointment, give yourself a little time, because you fill up pretty quickly with appointments.
Yeah, just make the appointment, and I'll pencil you in when
Pencil
we got.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Cool. And I suggest calling. You know, I mean, I know you have the ability to email and stuff like that,
yeah.
but I think calling is the best way.
Call's the best way,
Okay.
and that way I put it right in my book, and we're good to go.
Good to go.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Awesome.